Welcome to Engage Math Pre-Algebra Lesson 20, Problem 1, where we are going to be asked to graph a line y equals 2x minus 4. So let's start by completing the table. So we know the x value in the first problem, or the first line of this table, is -2. So we are going to put -2 in for the x. So we get 2 times -2 minus 4. And this first one I'm going to show the work, and then I'm not going to show the work anymore. 2 times -2 is -4. Minus 4 gives us -8. So I'm going to just put for the y coordinate -8. The rest of the problems we're going to do with mental math. When x is -1, we end up with -6. When x is 0, y becomes -4. When x is 1, y is -2. And when x is 2, y is 0. Okay, so now we can plot those 5 points. So let's go to where x, well, actually, let's do that in part E. Let's first do the y-intercept. The y-intercept is where x is 0. Because if you have a y-intercept, you have to have an x-coordinate of 0 because you're on the y-axis. And the only time you're on the y-axis is if x is 0. So that's why our y-intercept is at 0, -4. The slope, well, we could find the slope in a lot of different ways. One thing we could do is we could take our two y values right there, and we could say -6 minus a -8 over -1 minus a -2. And when we do that, we get -6 plus 8, which is going to give us 2 over -1 plus 2. And -1 plus 2 is going to be 1. So basically what we get here is a slope of 2 over 1, or just 2. Now we could have also found the slope by graphing the line first and then doing our rise and run. Okay, is this relation a function? Yes, because every x value only leads to one y value. Okay, now let's graph the line. So when x is at 0, well, let's just do all the points right here in the table. I'm going to just erase some of the marks right here, though, so that you can see that a little bit more clearly. All right, so when x is -2, y is -8. So here we are with our first point. X is -1, y is -6. X is 0, y is -4. X is going to be 1, y is -2, and x is 2, y is 0. Okay, so now let's make this line a different color so you can see it really clearly. It's going to go through all those points. Okay, so that's part E. But now let's talk about a couple things that are going on with the slope. We found the slope by doing the slope formula. The other thing we could have done is we could have plotted the line, and we would have seen that from any point to another point on the line, we go up 2 and over 1. Our rise is 2, our run is 1. That would give us a slope of 2. But the most important concept here is that slope comes right from that number in front of x. And one thing you're going to see is the y, and we're going to see this more, the y-intercept is exactly that number right there that is not being multiplied by the x. So there's our y-intercept at -4, and our slope from there is up 2 over 1. We're going to talk more about that, but just wanted to kind of highlight that with this great problem. See you next time at Engage Math.